I'm Mark Bickley, and as everyone takes a mid-season breather, welcome to The Crows Show, brought to you by Hungry Jack's Chicken Fries. Ebony Marinoff will be along shortly to resume her chat with top draft pick Dan Curtin. But first, it's been a big week for Adelaide's inaugural captain, Chris McDermott, who was inducted into the Australian Football Hall of Fame.
Chris and I lived in the Glenelg area and we knew each other from 7 or 8 years of age and we became great mates. Played in all the junior squad, under 10s, under 12s, all the way through to senior football. Wanted to play there forever. During our time at Brighton High School, the next 3 or 4 years, we were undefeated around the whole of Adelaide and he terrorised people. He was a bit of a nasty piece of work when we wanted to be Chris. And I just thought, this is pretty easy bonus, terrifying everybody.
It's a bit of manhandling and he gives a bit back. Here they go. McDermott doesn't mind a bit of a dust-up.
As would be, we played our first games together, as we did all through our lives. We smashed pork, which was great. Who's the star from the start, ready to go.
McDermott marks, has an open paddock to run in, steadies towards goal, and bang.
He was just dominant every game. He got the football so much. He was loyal, hard, great team man. He didn't take the accolades. He made us all look good up forward. Yeah, the way he got the ball too. I can't fault him. I don't really play a bad game in 20 years.
Here it is.
Glenelg only won a few flags, 34, 73. We finally won in 85. To play that with your best mate of your life, Chris McDermott, that was the most special day probably I've ever had in football. He could have gone to Victoria when myself went and a few of our mates went.
Graham Corns and Chris McDermott leading the Adelaide Crows in their inaugural year in the AFL.
Yeah, well, he finally got his chance, Bane, when the Adelaide Crows came in, which I was so happy for him. And to be named the inaugural captain, I've been really proud of being captain of the Crows. They won premierships later in the 90s, and he set the foundation for that with that side. Congratulations, mate. You've been an absolute legend of the game at Glenelg and at the Crows, and every success you've deserved it, mate. We'll never have better days than those days, will we?
I am humbled, I am honoured, I am respectful. I will treat it with the utmost respect for as long as I can, and I never ever dreamed this day would happen, so thank you. You spend so much of your football life and football time thanking your teammates, thanking your coach, thanking the sponsors, doing the right thing, and sometimes you ignore the people that are the most important. And that's my family. State footy was an incredible part of my footy career, and to be able to, play with Platts and Bradley and Kernahan and Martin Leslie and all those blokes. A lot of us have played under 17 footy together, and to go through that journey together and beat Victoria first at home and then at the MCG in 1993. So to be part of that was huge, and to be able to do it for the Adelaide Footy Club, I don't think it could have got any better for me.
And a quick update, Josh Worrell's broken arm will keep him sidelined for at least another 6 weeks. At the time of the fracture against Brisbane, Josh was in career best form and didn't hesitate to extend his contract.
Yeah, really good on the mend, so got back into running about 2 weeks ago and just building the strength back up on my arm and be back at it before you know it. Obviously at the start couldn't really do a whole lot, so that was a bit frustrating, but now getting into the midst of most things, so it's not too bad. So they went in and a couple plates on either bone and then 5 screws in each bone, so yeah, fair bit of metal in there at the moment. Oh yeah, I was pretty immobile, more just so the pain of I couldn't really move it around and stuff, but no, once I got a bit more confidence in it and stuff, I felt a lot better. Yeah, once I get back to about 6 weeks, I'll be able to do a bit more non-contact stuff, and then after that, hopefully just build into some contact. So yeah, it's depending on how long and how this recovers, it could be up to 8 weeks or 12 weeks.
Stay with us. Still to come on The Crows Show, the new coach who's having a big impact. Farewelling club legends is always an emotional time, and many players struggled to contain their feelings when Rory Sloane called time on his wonderful career. Let's revisit those moments a few weeks ago when his teammates and the whole AFL community said goodbye to one of the game's best.
Pump in the chest. All right. All right, fellas, ladies, everyone. I think I'm ready for this. Just had a little moment out the back. Retiring. Hardest word to get out. Been trying to avoid it for, I reckon, 16 years of my career. It's inevitable, I suppose. Like, eventually, you have to finish. Yeah, but the closer I got to playing, there was a few moments I had where I was really close to playing. To me, I'm like, there's probably a time where you go, you've probably dodged enough bullets, and yeah, I enjoy seeing it. And, the rest of my life, I do want to. There's a lot of things I want to be around for, to look at and visualise and see, and that sort of overpowered, I suppose, the love of playing football and the love of doing what we do, because we're so lucky. So I always brought my friends and family along for the ride, and the club always made sure they felt so welcomed. And to be honest, I think that's the whole reason I've been here for 16 years, is because of how welcoming this footy club's been to the people that matter the most to me. But not only that, it's gone back over the course of, I was a boy when I got here, I turned into a man, met my wife, got married, had kids. We've also suffered a heap of loss to this footy club during that time, and I look back and go, well, there's all these key moments in my life that either the footy club celebrated with me, yes, got me back. Either celebrated with me or been there to pick me up. Yeah, so for anyone, I'll be here. For absolutely anyone, and whenever this club needs me for the rest of my life. I remember my dad chatting to me when I was younger. It was always just play the game the right way. I wanted to finish knowing I've been the best teammate you could possibly have. I wanted to play hard footy. I wanted to crack in. I wanted to win the hard ball. I wanted to pressure. I wanted to tackle. I wanted to put my body on the line when you needed it. I really just wanted to make people proud, my family proud, you guys proud, and my footy club proud. And I think I've achieved those three things. So I might look sad, but deep down, I'm really, really happy. So thank you.
You'll be remembered as one of our superstars, and rightfully so, not just as a player but as a person. So thank you, mate, for everything you've done for this joint, for every one of these people that are in here. I know that even our staff, it's a tough day today to sort of see somebody make that call, but on a personal point, thank you, mate, for being you. I wish you all the best in what is now a long life still to come, mate. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much.
Sweating on that all morning, all day.
Love you. Thanks for everything.
Let's have a look. Big bird up, Crouchy's hands, absolutely elite. Keezy's, Snags. Boys got around me, which was it's pretty special. I probably wasn't really thinking too much, to be honest, until I went through. It was pretty cool. Watched the Ben Cousins highlight reel the morning of the game, and I think it just happened. I didn't even mean to do it, but yeah. So yeah, that one.
Hey guys, Riley O'Brien here. This year we're running a trick shot competition, so we'd love you to send in all your trick shots at home, at a footy oval, down the park. Show us what you got. To give you guys some inspiration, I'll get as tricky as I can get and I'll handball over my head into the tray. Make sure you send in all your trick shots. Details are on the screen now.
And here's some of our latest entries. This month's winner will be notified shortly. The Crows AFLW squad has high praise for a newcomer to its coaching ranks, Sandford captain Jack Madgen. The former Collingwood defender has charge of the forwards, and players say he brings passion and an uncompromising attitude to the role.
I got a really good taste of it last year, sort of helping out on Wednesday nights, and then actually got to coach a couple of games, and I loved it. All the girls were super welcoming and enthusiastic, willing to learn. And then adding to that, it's definitely something I want to do going forward is coaching, more so that development coach space, which these girls are so open to coaching in general, but like my coaching as well. And it's probably been one of my favourite parts about being at the Adelaide Crows is building those relationships and helping them become better footballers as well. Well, I'm coaching the forward line, so I've been a defender my whole life, so get a bit more creative, kick some goals, some celebrations, but also helping like the mental side of the game is something that I are constantly striving to get better at as a player, as a coach, as a parent, that mental side of life. So trying to instill some of those lessons that I'm still learning and I've learnt through my career onto the girls. Yeah, obviously super talented group and have a really rich history, so don't stuff it up. And the girls, I'll get a message from Noff every now and then asking to do extras. Goldie's one of our key pillars in that forward line, and DP are always chatting to me about footy. Eloise Jones is real thirsty for information and to get better. So yeah, that's sort of, it's inspiring and exciting to getting to work with that calibre of player, and also helping those younger girls come up and keep this tradition alive for such a strong team in the comp.
And thanks to Bendigo Bank, let's check in on the SANFL-W. It's finals time and South Adelaide is chasing a third premiership after finishing on top of the ladder after the minor round. The Panthers were 2 games clear of Glenelg, then came reigning Premier Central District, and Norwood rounded out the top 4. South's Emily Brockhurst is one of the league's most dangerous forwards and played a major role as the Panthers head into the finals on a 6-game winning streak.
Won't be able to run onto it though, trying to get away, good tackle, did the ball hit the deck? No it didn't, Brockhurst is going to run away. Runs to 30, closes in on goal, and Brockhurst kicks her 4th.
You want to get my back for me, bro? Thanks, everybody. Thanks, guys.
So Dan, how are you settling into Adelaide?
Yeah, really well, thank you. Yeah, it's really similar to the lifestyle I had in Perth, and yeah, really enjoying it at the moment. So.
Was that a big move, big change?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, I get drafted, come back from Melbourne to Perth, stay there for 2 days, and then I'm moving to Adelaide for 3 weeks, and then beyond. So yeah, no, it was a pretty big move, but yeah, really happy.
Such a whirlwind. Can you talk us a little bit through the draft night?
Yeah, well, draft night there was lots of different things happening. Wasn't really sure where I was going to end up, and had absolutely zero clue. And then when Crows traded into that GWS pick, yeah, kind of knew that was what's going to happen, and yeah, the rest is history.
And then transition from, I guess, Waffle and state program last year. How's it been on the body? You've had a little bit of an interrupted pre-season. Talk us through the transition.
Yeah, no, it's been a huge. I mean, most of the year I was training for under-18s footy, and I guess you train 2 nights a week. But yeah, going to the AFL pre-season was absolutely huge, even from league footy in WA, because it was towards the back end of the finals. You don't actually do a whole lot of training, so
yeah, the step up to pre-season was huge.
So Dan, debut and a showdown win. Talk us through that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
What was different to Samful? The speed?
Oh yeah, just the speed, like 52,000 people, like out on the ground. When I got out there, I kind of sat down on the ground for a bit at the beginning of the game and just looked around. Yeah, since then it's awesome. It's awesome.
And you got your family over here tonight?
Yep, got the whole fam, I think 14 people, so yeah, friends, family, yeah.
And you'll be able to celebrate with them tonight?
Yep, 100%, yeah. Probably won't be able to sleep for a while, so yeah.
And how do you feel playing out there along the likes of, you know, Josh Worrell, Mark Keane?
Yeah, so good, yeah. I think getting out into the ground before the game really helped calm myself down and felt really calm and composed out there, and all those boys got around me when I did something, so yeah, it was awesome.
And the expectation, we always talk about it in a first round pick. How do you deal with that? And I guess the questions of when are you going to play, where are you going to play, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, just keep going about my business in the sample, keep listening to the coaches, and try to stay away from the media as much as possible. They can tend to hype things up above the level it needs to be, so yeah.
And Crows fans, what can they expect from you? You did play a little bit of midfield last year, but you've been in the defence this summer and have been playing there. Is that where you feel most comfortable?
Yeah, well, hopefully down the track, midfield something might become more of an option. But yeah, for now, in the back lines where I've settled, and yeah, we'll be down there and very comfortable there at the moment. So.
Awesome, thanks Dan.
No problem.
With Adelaide having the week off, it's time to look at some of the emerging trends from the year so far. The first is the rebirth of the tagger. With stars like Dacos, Neil and Butters having a strong influence on games, coaches have gone back to assigning a tagger dedicated solely to curbing the influence of the opposition star player. The practice dropped off with the introduction of team defence, but recently has made a return. Next, the centre bounce clearance has never been more crucial. With the 666 and the importance of field position in the modern game, winning the ball from the centre square is critical. Deep entries to an even-numbered contest and then the ability to lock it in your forward line has set up many a win in the first half of the year. Your chances of winning the game if you lose the centre square take a big hit. Third up is the changing of the holding the ball interpretation, which in my opinion has been a positive since its inception last month. The shortening of the reasonable time component of the rule provides greater reward for the tackler, stops the player being tackled being thrown to the ground, and also relieves congestion once the free kick is paid. Whilst there's been a few teething problems, it's certainly been an improvement. And finally, with Sydney sitting on top of the ladder, one of their real weapons has been their ability to score quickly. Momentum has become game defining, and coaches are struggling to find a way to stop a team that has a run on. My earlier 2 points about the centre square clearance and holding the ball means it's more difficult to slow the game down, which makes it hard to stop a team on a roll. All of those elements make it much more difficult for the coach to influence the game from the box. And next week, we'll look at the Crows clash with the Giants at Adelaide Oval. Whenever you take a photo of yourself or a friend at any of our games and post it to social media, make sure you use the hashtag WeFlyAsOne. Let's settle on you. Please email faceinthecrowd@afc.com.au with photo ID to claim your prize of 2 tickets to Toyota's exclusive Hilux Hill at Adelaide Oval. That's all we have time for on today's show. Thanks for your company, and I look forward to joining you again next Saturday at 1:30 on 7 as we count down to the game against the Giants. Bye for now. The Crows Show, brought to you by Hungry Jack's Chicken Fries.